And it's just fog everywhere. Just fog.
The Silver Dasher.
Morning. It's Thursday. I'm in my car, and we're going to do some dashing. So let's go ahead and start the app and see any questions going to be up yet. Nope, no questions. Now, let's see if we have a good day today. Yesterday it got it was a little warm, but it got gloomy, overcast, a little misty, and it's foggy today. Fog everywhere. Let's see if we can get an order here real soon. So on the base I go and hopefully pick up an order. See you in a little bit. I've been sitting here, excuse me, I've been sitting here about 20 minutes and finally got an order. It's a small order, but it's to Chick-fil-A, like $3 for 2 miles. But gotta get started somehow. So on the Chick-fil-A we go and do the customer. See you in a little bit. Oh, thank you. Oh, appreciate it.
How you doing?
Hi, you need a PIN number?
3443.
3433?
3443.
Oh. Here you go.
Thank you.
There you go. Have a nice day. Well, I just delivered that Chick-fil-A order. It was real close, apartment complex real close by. It was a hand to customer, PIN number required. You know, I still hate that PIN number required when you're out of the zone bug. So, but as soon as I finished that order, I got another one. It's a long one. It's $13 for 12 miles. That's for Huddle House. But $13, especially in the morning, when my offers are few and in between. So I took it. So I know there are going to be a lot of people. So that's the way that's my market is. So anyway, on to Huddle House and then the customer. See you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off that Huddle House almost all the way out here to Odenville, but I've been to this neighborhood before, like 3 or 4 times. And I was talking to the customer, very, very nice gentleman. I feel sorry for him because he's kind of in the same boat as me, forced to retire. But he's a young guy, young son. Worked at the Honda plant, but injured got burned on his wrist, and they removed the cyst from his wrist. So yet Honda wanted him to come back, according to what he's telling me. Honda wanted him to come back 2 weeks after he had wrist surgery. Can you imagine having to work like that? So anyhow, well, this next order I got is to a Jack's that I've been to many times before, but I don't know why they're taking me in the long way around. The Jack's is right over here. Because I've been to this Jack's many times before. So anyhow, so on to the local Jack's and on to the customer. So we'll see you in a little bit. that.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Well, I just dropped off that Jack's order. I'm slightly out of zone, but I'm in the furthest northwest part of the zone that I belong to. This is I didn't realize that Odenville, which is near where I used to live, is in the zone. So when I dropped off that order from Huddle House, from Pel City, drove through, up 174 to Odenville, and there's a subdivision which I've been to many times before. I never met before, and the young gentleman that delivered to, very nice. In fact, he gave me an extra $2.50 tip. That made my day. Oh. Looks like Alabama Power setting up a temporary transfer station here. They got a transfer station on a truck. They must be doing some maintenance work on the transfer station. So, yeah, but it is just froggy. Fog everywhere. Fog. In fact, yeah, there's a whole team there. They must be setting up a news station there and using the truck as temporary. So, anyhow, I'm gonna head back and sit. I think what I'm gonna do is the quicker way is to go back to where I used to live in Moody and hit the interstate and come right back up. That's the quickest way. Instead of going back the way I came. It's slow, but yeah, man, look at take a photo. Yeah, it is froggy. There's fog everywhere. I think it's because, I told you, it's been past couple days, it's been super warm, way higher than normal. And and mixed with this cold air sometimes, and it makes fog. That's what I think it is. So, anyhow. So, I'm going to make the shortcut that I used to go to get on the interstate. And so, head back to base. See you in a little bit. Well, I'm on the interstate because I made the quickest shortcut to get back to base. And just as I was getting close, an order popped up for Jack's for like $6, but it was over 10 miles. And I said, no, I'm not doing that. But then right after that, I got an order for Starbucks just over $7 for just about 6 miles. So I took that one. So yeah. Trying to, at least, the mileage is, slightly under, okay. But if it's like that big order, the Huddle House, that was $13 for 60 miles. That's $13. That we're reaching borderline that I took that. And wind up, I picked up an order out there near where I dropped off that Huddle House, a quick little Jack's order, and it wasn't very far. So, plus I got a $2.50 tip. So that all worked out pretty well. So, but yeah, I looked at the direction it was going out for that other Jack's order that, $6 for over, almost 12 miles, and it was going to somewhere there's middle of nowhere, but Starbucks order, at least the dollar amount is higher than the mileage, so not by much. So anyway, on the Starbucks and then the customer. Here we go. See you in a little bit.
You buy electric car, they put $100 into your house.
Well, I just dropped off that Starbucks to the Veterans Home. Always, like I said, I've always enjoyed coming to the Veterans Home. And I thought my dash was almost going to be over, but 15 minutes before it's supposed to end, I pick up a Jack's order for $9 for 8 miles, which is basically I'm going through the gauntlet. But this will be my last dash. So anyhow, like I said, circumstances, I need the money. So anyway, on the Jacks and then the customer. See you in a little bit.
I'm saying if they offer you what they put offer you,
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome. You have a good day.
Same to you. Well, I just dropped off that Jack's order, and I now have a new repeat customer. This is the second time I've been to this customer's house. I just, when you said, I remember being, as I was getting close, I remember coming here. So, but that officially ended my dash for this morning. Wound up being pretty decent, better, definitely better than yesterday. I did reject one offer. It was like, $4, 6 months, I can't remember what, but it was pretty bad, even for my standards. So, and it's just fog everywhere, just fog. And gosh darn, this is like just in the Pel City area. It went up to Odenville and Moody. There's somewhat fog, but here, and maybe it's because Pel City has a lot of water and river property around here, and that's where the moisture, I think, is coming from, and so the fog is lingering longer around here. But yeah, it's been foggy all day, all morning. The sun, I can tell the sun's up. Hopefully it'll burn this off for lunch dash. But yeah, it's been this is the first time I've seen it this foggy for this long. It's already after 9. It's been like this since 6:30 when I started. It's cleared up a little bit, but it's still foggy. So anyway, so. Yeah, what a day. So we're gonna head home. I'll give a brief summary of the totals, and it is better than yesterday, and it's actually pretty good. So, and then after that, I'm going to take a break and have lunch. So on home we go. See you in a little bit. Well, I finally made it home. Very interesting morning dash. Fog everywhere. But I wind up having a very good morning. In fact, doubled what I did yesterday. Definitely better than what I did Tuesday. So I made $47.09. Total of 5 deliveries. There was actually 6 offers. I declined one. So for a total dash time of 2 hours and 32 minutes. So, yeah, that's pretty good. So anyway, so I'm now going to take a break, go and have a little lunch. And we'll start this over again and for the lunch dash. So we'll see you in a little bit. Welcome back. It's now time for the lunch dash. And let's go ahead and get the app started and see what happens. Does it ask me anything? Nope. All right. So let's head to our lunch base. Maybe we get an offer before we get there. It looks like it's cleared up. And it's not foggy anymore. And it's bright and sunny now. So, yeah. Don't know where the temperature is yet. Because the car's still registering the temperatures on in my garage. But it may be a little cooler today, you know, especially because of the fog there. Yeah, so on to the base we go and wait for an order. See you in a little bit. Well, I got to base, waited about 15 minutes and picked up a Wendy's order. So it looks like I'm going to Lincoln with it. So anyway, off to Wendy's and then the customer. See you in a little bit. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I just dropped off that Wendy's order. Yeah, I'm way out in the country. I thought I was heading to Lincoln, but actually never got on the interstate. And so I've been this part of the area of the city or outside of the city. I've never been before. Been close by, but not in this particular area. So it's just like, you know, just a country road, all these houses. They look like they are mobile homes that have been built up, but some of them I think are not, because I see they're on brick foundations, and that one's a log cabin looking at. That's actually pretty nice. And the rest of these little houses, they're nice. They're nice houses. What makes them nice is each one of them is unique. Not like in my old subdivision where practically every house looked the same as the other, and you know, and you craft a house every 5 feet, it seems like. But yeah, it's very, very nice out here. Very peaceful. And then unfortunately they got a sign here. There's a blind child that lives around here, so you have to be extra careful. So anyway, first order of the day, heading back to base, and let's see if we can get another order. So, see you in a little bit. Well, I got to base, waited about 5 minutes, and now I got an order to Jersey Mike's. So we gotta go across the interstate, hit Jersey Mike's, and then we go on to the customer. So, see you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off the Jersey Mike's to a customer that works at the local bank, and it's getting warm. I thought maybe the fogs, whatever, bringing some cooler weather. No, it's almost 80 degrees. It's getting warm, but it is overcast, so it's not super warm. Or maybe the clouds are keeping the heat in, you know. So anyway, I'm going to run through a partial gauntlet, head back to my base, so hopefully I'll pick up another order here real soon. So meantime, we'll see you in a little bit. Well, about another 10-minute wait at the base, and we picked up a Little Caesars order. So on the Little Caesars we go, and then to the customer. It's been a kind of a slow day, you know. Plus it's still warm. It's still somewhat cloudy, so the sun's not really out, but it's just a warm day. Heck, Thanksgiving will be here before you know it. I remember one time when I was still living at home with mom and dad that I remember one Thanksgiving, it was so warm. It was like 80 degrees. That's the first time I ever encountered a Thanksgiving that warm. But it has happened before. And there have been days on Thanksgivings here in Alabama when we've had snow. So, anyhow, on the Little Caesars. See you in a little bit. I just drop off that Little Caesars order to a repeat location. It's the basically the kindergarten, the children's center here in town. But they're paving roads everywhere here, making it very difficult to travel around here. And it's downtown Pel City. They're just at the old part of town. They're just, they needed to be paved. They're in pretty bad shape. So, trying to see if I can get myself oriented, get back to my parking area. So yeah, it's just kind of slow. Just slow and steady, not getting like I used to before. Bam, bam, bam. Getting order after order after order, but just slow and steady. It's kind of a lazy day. That's what it feels like to me. Just a lazy day. So, anyway, making my way back to base, and hopefully I'll pick up another order here real soon. So, see you in a little bit. Well, I just picked up an order. It's not a food order. I'm going to the liquor store for just over $7 and for just around 7 miles. But things are kind of slow. Slim pickings, and so $7 is $7, and 7 miles is not too far, especially around here. So on to the liquor store I go. See you in a little bit. Well, that was a nice surprise. The liquor delivery was to, which is now a new repeat customer of mine. Yeah, him and his wife, they got a very nice house, about 650 feet off the road, and they got a huge front area. They thought about selling, but just like us, we retired. They decided not going to sell. I said, look, they're building new subdivisions out here, but he says they got 40 acres. So hell, you're not going to be able to get 40 acres anywhere else. And very nice house. And, he's got a nice RV, huge RV with, in a garage, nice truck, and they got a pool. He told me the previous owners there was a garage up front, but there was also another garage around the back. So he converted that to his man cave. I said, man, you cannot find another place like this ever. So he said they were just doing it as a favor for a friend and to see. So they've had a couple of less showings, but I told him if it was me, I wouldn't sell. It's a nice house. And it's off the road, pesky neighbors. And I noticed you had archery targets set up on the side. So, I guess, for hunting and stuff like that. But you have the room to do it. Nowadays, if 40 acres, man, if you try to find 40 acres now, hell, that's a couple $1 million. So, yeah. And plus, he's just like me, he's retired also. And so, yeah, there's no way you can. So, I think they're not going to sell. But anyway, I just picked up, I think it's a Chick-fil-A order. I picked up an order, and I'm on the way. we got in a conversation and talk. A couple of us old guys, talk things. Because reason being a repeat customer, the first time I came here, I think I mentioned in a video that I almost forgot his tea, and had to turn around in his driveway. This was the gentleman. He remembered. Got a little distracted because he has a poodle, and I grew up with a poodle. So, anyway, onward to pick up the order and then the customer. See you in a little bit. Well, I just delivered a Chick-fil-A order. I delivered it to the local CVS to the gentleman who gave me the $27 tip on the McDonald's order. I hope he learned his lesson on that. That had to be a typo. Or I bet you it was supposed to be a $2.70 or $3 tip instead of a $27 tip. But, you know, like me, you know, I learned my lesson. You know, you're never too old to learn a lesson. You're never too young to learn a lesson either. So, anyhow, so heading back up, I'm in the middle of the gauntlet. I think what I might do is I'm gonna park at McDonald's for a minute and see if I get anything there. It's getting warm. It's 80 now. God, I can't believe how warm. So, what's the weather app say? Yeah, 75. What's the forecast? Yeah, it's 60s the rest of the day, rest of the week. Yeah, so yeah, that's gonna be, whoo, 75 high today, 70 Friday, 75 on Saturday, high 60s the rest all next week. At least it's not gonna be freezing for a while. So yeah, it's gonna be warm for a while. I think, like I said before, we used to call it an Indian summer. So anyway, well, park at McDonald's for a minute, see if I get anything. So, see you in a little bit. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I picked up a McDonald's order while I was in McDonald's, and just delivered it. It was to a repeat customer of mine. I've probably mentioned in several videos before, he has very specific instructions. Take picture of the food at the door with the door number, and then once you finish with the delivery, knock on the door. The only problem I have with him is he's on the top floor of a 3-story apartment building. He wears me out. But I think it was about the 4th or 5th time I've been to him. I think it's usually McDonald's order. I think it is. So anyhow, anyway, gonna make my way back. Then I'm gonna see if I can run part of the mini gauntlet. See if I can get it. Excuse me. See if I can get anything on the way up. So hopefully I get some. See you in a little bit. Well, I went and parked at Jack's for a little bit. In 5 minutes, I picked up a Jersey Mike's order. Now it's slightly underwater, but it's, it's $7 something and just 8 miles. And I'm getting close to the end of my dash. As I got just over an hour and 10 minutes. So trying to get the highest orders I can. So, whew, man, it's been a day, So, anyway, Jersey Mike's we go, and then the customer. See you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off that Jersey Mike's, and I'm out here in the Ritzy Ritz area. There's a loop of houses on a loop on a peninsula on the lake. Very nice houses, and I delivered to a very nice young lady. I think she's a caretaker. The house that I delivered to was right on the end point. Beautiful house and just smooth lake fronts. I've been out here before as a spark driver. So when I saw the direction, I said, okay, I've been here before. So yeah, it's really nice out here. I feel sorry for the lady that was following me. She was getting mad, but so look, this is a nice area. It's probably got police everywhere, that will pounce on anybody that's speeding around in here. So I just kept to the speed limit. In fact, this is the area where I made my very first. Yeah, I think it was one of my very first Walmart Spark deliveries. And I believe it was a shopping order. And I think I mentioned, because to get to this area, the road there, when you first start, it looks like it's going to be crap. But as soon as you get past some of the few houses that look like they're somewhat abandoned, then you get out here, it's just acres and acres of beautiful homes. So yeah. So anyway, whew, man. I mean, almost every home out here. Immaculate yards. Waterfront properties. Some of these places have like one right here has a 5-car garage. So yeah, wow. So anyway, heading back to base. I got about 40 minutes left before my dash ends. So I'm hoping maybe to get one more order before the day ends. So back to base we go. See you in a little bit. Well, I think I just picked up my last order of the day. It's 20 minutes left in the dash, and I'm heading to Taco Bell. So on the Taco Bell we go, and then the customer. See you in a little bit. Hi.
Picking up for today.
Well, I dropped off that Taco Bell order, and I went ahead and ended my dash. It was only 2 minutes left in the dash anyway, and plus the customer that I just delivered to lives near where I live. So I said, perfect. So I don't have to worry about, coming home or taking a while to get home. So I'm heading home, and then I'll give a summary of the day. So see you in a little bit. Well, I'm finally made it home, and here's the summary of today. Not too bad, not too bad. I made $55.54 I accepted 8 out of 10 offers. Yeah, there are 2 of them. They're just like, no way. For a total dash time of 3 hours and 58 minutes. So I kind of ended 2 minutes early. So yeah, they. So for the day, let's see here. Yeah, I made over $100 today. That's really good because I had a really good breakfast dash this morning. So anyway, we'll do this one more time and we'll do this tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed coming with me. Still getting a little tickle in the throat. I'm still not quite recovered from my illness. I think I need to just go take some medicine and make me feel better. But yeah, this morning it was fog everywhere, and then this afternoon it got warm. Good Lord. And I looked at the weather. I think I'm going to wear my short sleeve tomorrow. So yeah, I hope you like this video. Well, the channel is growing. I really appreciate everybody who subscribed. I also appreciate everybody leaving their comments and statements. I welcome everything. Criticism, praises, comments, advice, everything. Because there's a lot of things I don't know about the gig economy, especially in delivery and all that. And I've been doing this, 4 or 5 months now, and there's still a lot I don't know. So if you like the video, please select like. And if you enjoy what I'm doing, I urge you to subscribe to the channel and to see my further adventures and misadventures as a delivery driver in the gig economy. So I will do this tomorrow, but I'm not doing it Saturday, and then I'll probably do Spark on Sunday. So in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you later. Bye.